guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Madhu, your chaotic book mom. The time has officially come, not exactly, but the time has come for us to pick our June reads from our TBR Jar prompts. Okay, you might be wondering why I'm doing this so early in May, because I'll be very honest with you. Today is May 21st, okay? Yes. Okay, I'm pre-filming a couple of sit-down videos so that I don't have to worry when I go for a vacation at the end of this month. So I am going to pick my June TBR early, and I will give you guys my update on how my May TBR jar picks went, how I did reading wise. Did I stray from the TBR? Did I finish all of the books? How, like, what of the progress? Okay, I will be inserting the clip right here. So let's jump into the future right now and hear about how my May reading went. Okay, are you guys back? Did you enjoy my May reading update? Did I read all of these books? I don't know. That is the problem for future Madhu. And hopefully, present Madhu has the time to finish all the books on her May TBR. Okay. So every time I do this TBR jar picks video, I feel like I need to do this. Okay. This feels like a start of something great. So I don't know, I'm addicted to doing this whenever I start this video. Okay, as always, I will be picking 4 TBR prompts from our handy dandy TBR jar right here, which is filled with old prompts still. Okay, I thought I could update all of my TBR jar prompts. I even figured out what prompts to fill in, but I still haven't done that yet, and the time is getting away from me. So I thought I could just use the old prompts that I still have here and pick our TBR for the month of June. But from July, we'll be doing new TBR jar prompts. Okay, along with our 4 TBR jar prompts, I will also be picking 2 more books. One from my 26 in 2026 TBR and one from my seasonal TBR, or maybe EAX TBR. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Okay, 7 seems a little too much for me because I'm struggling to read all 7 within this May month's time, because we picked 7 books in the month of May. May has been a very, very busy month for me because I started my job again, and I'm currently working along with being a full-time mom to toddlers and doing this. It is a bit much for me. So I feel like I should reduce my load so that I can, do this peacefully without putting so much pressure on myself. So enough rambling. Okay, let's open our jar up and let's pick our first book and first prompt. Let's shuffle. I always love doing these shuffle. Okay, uh, let's see which one we get. It feels like white. Yes, this is prompt number 1. Let me keep the jar down. Let's see. I'll let you guys see first. What is it? Oh, I love this prompt so much. It says read a book with pretty cover. I have so many books that have such beautiful covers. I cannot wait. Okay. Now I feel like I should pick, judge a book by its cover kind of a theme. So let me go grab a couple of books that I feel like has the prettiest cover of them all, and let's judge them, okay, based on the cover. I am back with 3 options for the prompt number 1, a book with a prettiest book cover. Number 1 I have here is Slashed Beauties by A. Rashmi. Look at how gothic horror-y this book looks. I got this during my bookstore birthday haul, crawl, whatever you want to call it, and I got gifted this book. I've been meaning to read this book ever since. I think this is like a historic gothic horror fantasy element. It's a genre bending book. It is set in London 1763. It says men want their bodies, now they want revenge. It feels like a feminist rage kind of a book, which is the perfect thing to read during the summer season. So this is option number 1. Okay, option number 2, we have A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. I don't know why I stopped reading this book, but you see here the tab, I did start annotating this book, and I don't know what happened, I stopped reading it. So this is high on my priority list because the sequel is coming out soon, and apparently this is like duology. So I really want to get on top of this series. This is basically a fantasy romance between a dancer turned spy who's going into the enemy kingdom and spying for the king she is supposed to work. It is a rivalry between brothers, and Vasily is caught in the middle. If she is to survive, she must decide who to trust, who to fight for, and how much of her soul she is willing to damn in the process. This sounds absolutely amazing. I've heard a lot of good things about this book as well, and a lot of people have rated this 5 stars or even 6 stars last year. So I'm really excited to read this. And look at the gorgeous cover. It is so pretty. The stained glass window kind of design on this book cover, it is absolutely stunning. And option number 3, we have a new addition to my physical TBR. It is Harbor of Hungry Ghosts by Eliza Chan. This is an ARC copy sent to me by the publisher. I feel very honored that I receive ARCs like this, but this is coming out on July. So I have time, and June is the perfect time to read July arcs. Okay, so look at how beautiful the cover looks. A family of demon hunters must grapple with unfamiliar monsters, ancestral expectations, and the British Empire in Opium War era Hong Kong. It's Babel meets Jade City in this epic demon hunting fantasy. And tell me this does not tickle your brain senses a little bit. Okay, this sounds absolutely amazing. The font is really good as well. It is a bit tiny, but I don't mind. And the dragons and the Chinese lore, all the animals on the side of this cover looks absolutely stunning. So we have 3 options for us for this prompt: a book with beautiful cover, and I don't know, we have so much decisions. I think I am going to, blindly pick a book. Okay, I'm going to blindly pick a book. I don't know. Let's just, what is this? A Dance of Lies. Okay, the book Universe God has spoken. It is time for me to finish this book, anyways. So, for prompt number 1, we are picking A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. Let me read the blurb for you. Okay. Vasily Moron was once a dancer in King Ilian's court until he framed her for murder. 2 long years in the shackles leaves her broken and hopeless until she is suddenly called to face her king. He offers her a deal: pose as a dancer at the royal gathering, spy on his enemies, and he'll grant her freedom. But as Indian's orders grow bloody and dangerous, Vasily discovers the monster she serves may be aligned with an even greater evil. Unexpected help from Ilian's rakish brother Anton, the king of the East, only complicates things more. The rivalry between brothers escalates, and Vasily is caught in the middle. If she is to survive, she must decide who to trust, who to fight for, and how much of his soul she is willing to damn in the process. This sounds so good. Brothers, rivalry, a spy in a royal ball. Amazing. Absolutely stunning. So, for prompt number 1, read a book with pretty cover, we are picking A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. On to the next prompt. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. That one was white, right? Let's pick an yellow prompt this time. Okay, let me just keep the jar here. Let's open. What does it say? I hope you guys can see. A book with less than 100 ratings on the tracker app. Oh my god. Wait. Let me check. Okay, this is coming out on July, so I'm going to cheat a little and check if the ratings for this book is less than 100, because I've been dying to read this book ever since I got. And let's see. Guys, is this a sign from the universe? I don't know if you guys can see this, but it says 24. Okay, 24 ratings and 17 reviews. I think that counts. Okay, I think that counts as less than 100, even though it is not out yet technically. I have the copy and I'm not cheating. Okay, so I think we are going to be reading this book for our second round. I checked Goodreads. Okay, now let me read the complete blurb for you. Okay, the Au family serve the people of Hong Kong, blessing shrines, honoring the dead, and dealing with dangerous monster incursions. The expectations on eldest daughter Gamling are high, which is not something her strict grandmother will let her forget. When the British disrupt the Hungry Ghost Festival and her grandmother is seized by a strange new monster, Gamling must step up and lead the search. She's aided by unexpected allies, Archie, an earnest civil servant, Hoigor, childhood sweetheart turned merchant pirate, and Jiangling, her younger sister, keeping secrets of her own. Kiamling must figure out who is behind the incursion and, more importantly, how to defeat them. With British fables mingling with local Chinese monsters, can Kiamling prove herself when the old rules no longer seem to apply? That sounds delicious. Okay, I cannot wait to read this book. I think June is the perfect time to read a July coming arc. I think it is coming out. I just saw, I forgot. Wait, it is coming out on 28th July. So I know it's the end of July, but I think I can, stay on top of reading arcs when the plot sounds like this. Okay. So, prompt number 2, a book with less than 100 ratings on a tracker app. We are reading Harbor of Hungry Ghosts by Eliza Chan. I think July reading month is going to be epic. Okay. So, prompt number 3, we have a white prompt here. Let's open and see. I've been holding it wrong. Okay. It says continue a series. I have so many series that I'm currently in the middle of that I can continue. Guys, this is a difficult prompt. I do see a lot of books on my list, so let me go grab some. Okay, I have two options for this prompt. I don't want to overcomplicate anything. Okay, I just read what is this Perfect Cover by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and this is a sequel for that book, Killer Spirit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the second book in this series. I don't know what the series is called. It's Meet the Squad. It's like Mean Girls meet cheerleading meets small Spy Kids movie. You get what I'm saying? Like it is like the old 90s vibes, cheerleading turned Spy Squad, figuring out what is wrong with everything. Like they are recruiting people. It is a fun read. I really enjoyed the first book. So this is a sequel. It says a well-kept secret, a dangerous twist, and a romantic distraction. I really can read this book. It is pretty short as well. This is option number 1. And option number 2, I've been dying to read this sequel ever since I reread the first book in January, I guess. And I finally have my hands on Aurora of Wyverns by S.F. Williamson. The first book is A Language of Dragons. I read this last year and then I wanted to read the sequel. So I did like a reread in January and I finally have a copy in my hands. So this is the second book in the series. So I don't really want to spoil this series for you. And if I read the blurb, it will spoil things for you. So I'm going to talk to you about A Language of Dragon itself. It is a YA fantasy with a romance subplot that has dragons and political unrest and a ragtag group of people who gets recruited against their will to work for this person who is not a nice person at all. These ragtag group of people are basically fighting the system and the politics and the hierarchy. So it was really fun. I loved the first book so much, and the mentions of dragon languages and everything was amazing. So this is option number 2. I feel like this is a very easy choice. Okay, I have been meaning to read this book for a very long time now. I've been waiting for this chance. I'll anyways read this book, so I'm going to keep this aside. I think I'm going to read the blurb for A Language of Dragons for you. Okay. Every act of translation requires a sacrifice. Welcome to Bletchley Park with dragons. London 1923. Dragons soar through the skies and protests erupt on the streets. But Vivian Featherswallow isn't worried. She's going to follow the rules, get an internship studying dragon languages, and make sure her little sister never has to risk going up third class. By midnight, Viv has started a civil war. With her parents arrested and her sister missing, all the safety Viv have worked for is collapsing around her. So when a lifetime is offered in the form of a mysterious job, she grabs it. Arriving at Bletchley Park, Viv discovers that she has been recruited as a code breaker helping the war effort. If she succeeds, she and her family can all go home again. If she doesn't, they'll all die. At first, Viv believes that her challenge of discovering the secrets of a hidden dragon language is doable. But the more she learns, the more she realizes that the bubble she's grown up in isn't as safe as she thought. And eventually, Viv must decide, what war is she really fighting? This is an epic sweeping fantasy with incredible dark academia setting, a clandestine, slow burn enemies to lovers romance, and an unputdownable story filled with twists and turns, betrayals, and secret identities. I loved A Language of Dragons. I rated that book a 4.5 stars. I cannot wait to read this book. This is so beautiful. I love this cover as well. I don't know why I didn't pick this for the pretty cover books. I don't know. So for prompt number 3, continue a series, we are picking A War of Wyverns by SF Williamson. Okay, guys, we have three fantasies in a row. So I feel like we should pick something else for this next prompt, which is this one. Let's open and see what we have got. I hope this is the right way up. A book that was sent to you. Now, this is perfect, guys. Oh, I have a lot that was sent to me in 2026. So I have options right now. So let's go pick up. Like, we have this one. This one was sent to me. We have one here. We have another one. Like, all these were sent to me. We have a different genre here. I think this is a horror. And we have this. We have Something in the Walls by Daisy Pierce. This is a horror, I guess. It's an unbearably tense and utterly propulsive, acclaimed horror debut, perfect for anyone who loves Midsommar and Stephen King. So this is one option. I feel like we should keep our TBR diverse. So I think we can pick between these two. This is YA. I don't know how to classify this. Okay, and this is a horror. So you know what, summer is the perfect time to read horror, guys. I've seen a lot of people do like gothic summer, but I feel like this is calling to me, so we'll read this. Okay, she's looking for the truth, but sometimes something else is staring back. Newly trained child psychologist Meena has little experience. She's been unable to find work, instead aimlessly spending her days stuck in the stifling heat wave sweeping across Britain. So it feels like a welcome reprieve when journalist Sam Hunter approaches her with a proposition. Alice Weber is a 13-year-old girl who claims she's being haunted by a witch. Living with her family in the remote Cornish village of Banathil, Alice's symptoms are increasingly disturbing. Taking this job will give Meena some experience. Sam will get the scoop of a lifetime and Alice will get better. Meena is sure of it. But Alice's behavior becomes increasingly inexplicable and intense. The dark cracks in Banathil begins to show. A village has a deep history of superstition and witchcraft. Meena is desperate to understand how deep their sinister traditions go and how her own past may be the biggest threat of all. Oh, that sounds nice. Unbearably tense and utterly propulsive, Daisy Pierce's critically acclaimed horror debut is perfect for. Okay, this sounds absolutely stunning. I really like the cover as well. It's like a creepy eyeball coming out of the wall. This is a very pretty cover, very creepy yet beautiful cover for this book. And I think this book fits our prompt. Okay, this was also sent to me by the publisher, so I'm very grateful for that. For prompt number 4, a book that was sent to you, we are reading Something in the Walls by Daisy Pierce. With our TBR jar picks done, it is time for us to pick our book number 5 from our seasonal TBR list. Okay, I have the list of spring summer books I wanted to read. Here I made a video about it as well. I did read a couple of books from this list already. I finished Agnes Roberts' Mystical Cat Shelter, and I finished People We Meet on Vacation. So we have a couple of more books that I can read from this list. We have what should we pick? Should we go the contemporary route or the magical realism route? I think I want to do a magical realism. Okay, I have West of Wicked, I have A Tangled Magic, I have The Poison Daughter. All three of them. I have the physical copy of the West of Wicked, I have the e-arc for A Tangled Magic, and I have the KU copy of The Poison Daughter. So we have three options from our seasonal TBR. So which one should we pick? I think I am going to pick West of Wicked. Okay, let me go grab the physical copy. Guys, look how stunning the cover looks. This is absolutely stunning. It is so floppy as well. This is West of Wicked by Nikki St. Crow, and this is a retelling of Wizard of Oz. Can you believe it? So let me just read the blurb for you guys, okay? Dorothy Gale doesn't know where she came from. At the age of 5, she was dropped at M and Henry's doorstep while a terrible storm rolled across the Kansas prairie. Now, as an adult, Dorothy has made the most of her life on the farm. But when a cyclone tears through the night, ripping her, her dog, and the farmhouse away, Dorothy wakes to find herself far from home in the strange land of Oz. Desperate to find her way back, Dorothy takes the advice of the Witch of the North and sets off on the yellow brick road to find a wizard, with a warning to avoid forest monsters, heartless mercenaries, and wicked witches. It isn't long before Dorothy encounters the dark side of Oz, stumbling across the man beaten and bloodied, tied to a pole in the cornfield, not unlike the scarecrows on her Kansas farm. With no memories of his own, this mysterious man joins forces with Dorothy. Rook is ridiculously handsome, obviously, endlessly charming, and somehow understands Dorothy in a way no one ever has. But upon crossing paths with the infamous Tin Man and his axe, Rook reveals he is hiding his own secrets too. Nothing and no one is what they seem in the cursed land of Oz, maybe not even Dorothy herself. This feels like a book with unreliable narrator, and I am so excited to read this book. This sounds absolutely stunning. So, from our seasonal TBR, we have picked West of the Wicked, and I have one more. Should we go 26 and 26 route, or should we pick something from our e-arcs list? Let me go check my 26 and 26. Okay. A lot of them on this list are either fantasy or fantasy romance. I think I'm really not in the mood to read more fantasy this time again, because I have four fantasy books for the month of June. I might read this like off this list, but I don't think I need to pick anything from this list. So let me go check my Kindle Arcs list. As I told you guys before, I have a couple of really good books on here. I have a Tangled Magic that is coming out on July, I believe. We have the Fair Witch and Fox Holler that is also coming out on July, I think. I have a copy of Last Contract of Isako, which is like a sci-fi space opera. I don't know. So I have a good amount of books in here, but you know what? I think I'm going to go for any. Do I have any contemporary books in here? We have a bookshop summer. I don't know. Is that contemporary? Let me go check. We have a bookshop summer by Stephanie Butland, which is a heartwarming novel set in a bookshop that has an unexpected impact on people's lives. When you spend time with people who love books, you're sure to learn something about yourself and maybe see a way that started. Okay, guys, I think this is the perfect book to read with the other books we already have on our TBR. Okay, I think I'm going to pick a bookshop summer. Let me read the blurb for you guys. Okay. Trixie is hosting the event. She loves her job at lost for words, and she is feeling grounded and calm until a phone call from her ex throws everything off course. Cherry only goes to the event because she needs to get out. Caring for her grandmother without any help is exhausting and lonely. Maybe things will be different if her long lost sister finally comes home. Renan and Guy really hit it off at the bookstop. It feels like the start of something special, and Guy is fantastic with Renan's baby. But Renan is keeping quite a big secret. When you spend time with people who love books, you're sure to learn something about yourself and maybe see a way to start in a different direction, as each of them is about to find out. This sounds absolutely heartwarming. I think this is like a contemporary, not a romance, but fiction with very heartwarming setting. And this is about books, about a bookstore. So how can I not read it? Okay, so that is book number, I think, 6. Yes, this is book number 6 for our June TBR. I picked this from my EARCS list, so I'm very happy about that. We have 6 books picked for our June TBR. Coincidentally, 4 TBR jar prompts we picked, all of them were physical books, and we did not pick anything from our 26 in 2026 list, but we picked West of the Wicked from our seasonal TBR list and one EARC from my EARCs list. So I'm very, very happy with my June reading list here, and I cannot wait to read them all, and they all look so beautiful, and all of them are like short books. I'm so happy with that right now. We have come to the end of this video, guys. I hope you really loved picking the books with me. I feel like June is going to be a great reading month because we picked a lot of amazing books this time. And if you want to read any of the books that we picked in this video, please let me know. We can do a buddy read. And if you have read any of them that I mentioned in this today's video, please let me know how you liked it. And I don't know, if you don't have anything to comment, please tell me what your reading plans for June are. And are you excited to read any books that is coming out in June, or any backlog list? Whatever it is, please let me know. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because you will be notified every time I post in the future. And I will see you guys very soon on my next video. Bye, guys.